Welcome to Javateer and the Beard. I am Troy Cruz, the Javateer, and this is...
I'm John.
The Beard. As you know in the show, we're here to rate and review canned coffees from across the world, but mostly Japan, except for this time. Hey, John, guess what I brought today?
What did you bring?
I brought nitrogen-infused coffee, or as the kids call it, nitro.
Did you do some nitro?
Nitro infused.
Some nitro shots.
The cool kids just call it night.
Night?
Night.
Hey.
When you get cooler, it becomes, hey, look, it's Cry. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Anyways.
He's there now.
All right.
That's fine.
Perfect. All right. All right, this is going to be great. So anyways, we have nitrogen-infused coffee today. Both these bad boys come from the good old US of A. I don't even know if they make Japanese nitrogen.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever actually seen a
Yeah.
nitrogenated Japanese coffee.
We'll have to look and see.
We're going to have to see.
There's plenty of American ones to choose from, I can tell you that much. Yeah, so basically, in case you don't know what nitrogen-infused coffee is, it's when nitrogen, the gas, is, they use a, what is it called? It's a nitrogen...
Little widget?
A nitrogen widget, right?
Widget,
Widget. Which was actually my stripper name at one point. But, not really.
Should have run with it.
Anyways, what they first have to do is make a cold brew. And the difference between an iced coffee and a cold brew, of course, is iced coffee is a concentrated coffee, which you pour over ice. And cold brew is basically made through the miracle of time. It's basically coffee that sits for a very long time and brews. It reminds me of a joke. A man goes into a doctor and says, "Doctor, I keep getting shorter and shorter each and every day. Every day I wake up, I'm smaller." And the doctor goes, "You're just going to have to be a little patient." And speaking of a little patient, that's what you have to be if you want to enjoy a great cold brew coffee. And remember for editing, if we can get a picture of a Segway and say, "That's a great Segway," that would be perfect. But anyways, the first two contestants that we have is Rise. I'll do Rise. Rise, they're out of New York, and they're a New York and Oregon-based company. So they have their nitro cold brew. Both these companies, what they also share in common, besides coming from the USA, they also have many other flavors of a variety of other.
So they do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, they do a little bit of everything. So as you can see out there, we just went with plain old black nitrogen cold brew. And so there's, let's see what they boast of. Of course, they do fair trade, organic coffee. Their beans come from Peru. Chanchamayo. I'm not even close, am I? If you live there, I'm sorry, but Chanchamayo Valley. So that's where they use reverse osmosis spring water for the process of making their cold brew. So there's that. Let's see. The cold brew, probably organic, dairy-free, vegan, plant-based, and non-GMO. Let's see, this is
they got all the things.
Yeah, all the things. They have the 7, okay, so 7 ounces is 180 milligrams of caffeine. They call it naturally occurring caffeine.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you're going to go out of the way to call it organic, you're not going to add caffeine. So
yeah,
that's kind of a...
And I actually got both of these at a grocery store called Albertsons. I don't know, you probably have something similar wherever you come from. It was $3.99 normally, but got it on sale for $3. So
not too bad.
Yeah, not bad. So, and their information I of course pull off of their website, which is risebrewing.com. See why they use nitrogen. It puts a frosty, refreshing, smooth texture and enhances the naturally sweet, chocolatey taste of our coffees. It's also an organic preservative that keeps coffee fresh. And then a little bit about their company. We provide good energy for good people to do good things. We created Rise Brewing because we were tired of coffee products that were loaded with sugar, calories, harmful chemicals, and words we couldn't spell.
Maybe they were just dumb.
I've been there. Yeah. Our mission is to make the best tasting beverage on the planet using the highest quality organic ingredients we can source. And then they got their basic reviews are 4.5 89 out of 5, which is great. It was really hard finding anything negative about them.
That's
as far as their the reviews. Not so much when you get into like the flavored ones. I find all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But say we crack open a Wise. I'm gonna shoot a little video of you doing so.
All right, let's do it.
See if it scares the cat.
Yeah.
You got his attention.
Yeah, it's definitely got the old classic Nitro widget. It definitely has like a chocolate, like you can tell it's thicker and a little creamier. It has almost a chocolate milk type of I wouldn't say texture, but thickness.
Fine.
It doesn't. It cascades a little bit like Guinness. If you're a Guinness drinker, it's not quite as heavy of a cascade, but it's recognizable. Definitely has a bit of a head on it. Nice little froth, exactly like Guinness. I mean, makes sense. That's the best of Nitro doing its thing.
I always enjoy the fear that you feel when you shake something.
You gently shake it, and then you're about to open, knowing that it's pressurized.
Yeah. That's how Mel Gibson must have felt every time he had to cut a bomb wire. Alright.
Oh, okay. So normally, I mean, the whole thing with Nitros is meant to be like a little bit smoother or a little bit creamier, but that's actually a surprisingly like dark and a little bit more bitter than I anticipated.
Yeah.
It's a very dark roast. Like the afternotes of it are like almost, I wouldn't say smoky, but it's like a real dark roast compared to what I kind of expected out of that.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, the only thing I can compare it to is my introduction to Nitro cold brew was at an actual little coffee shop that had made it, and I thought it was the most delicious thing in the world because it felt like I was getting cream and sugar already added into the coffee. This one doesn't taste like that. I really don't taste like a cream and sugar to it.
Yeah, no. It's smoother, and one of the comments we had on the two other coffees that we did last week was that one of them I think didn't have a lot of body. It felt like weak. So this has body to it. It doesn't feel like it's watered down or weak or anything. But I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it does say it's a black coffee. It's just a lot darker of a roast than I think I was anticipating.
Yeah. I think if I was going to rate it, I would probably rate it a 4 for the taste. But I think as far as being a Nitro, maybe like a 3. I'm not getting what I got from a little coffee house.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah, and unlike some of the other coffees last week, it doesn't have that canned coffee flavor. That distinctive whatever. That's definitely gone. For me, I think it's a solid just a 3.
Okay.
I think texture-wise, like the Nitro, it's good, but I'm not really a fan of just. I want to say smoky, but it's really not smoky. But it's just a really dark roast aftertaste.
Yeah.
Because it kills anything else. Like I'm not getting like chocolate or anything. I'm just getting like just a dark.
I think I get a little bit more of a wine, like a wine taste to it a little bit too. I mean, but the beans are coming from Peru, so
it's mostly a toasty.
Yeah. It doesn't. Yeah. It's
a 3.
Yeah.
I say
he's
3.
got a 3. I say about a 4 for flavor. I mean, I could probably drink it as a regular canned coffee, but as a Nitro, I'm not really.
Yeah, and for the reviews, I'm a little surprised that I'm not higher on it because the reviews for this are pretty much all positive.
You guys still come from magazines.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Well, let's get into it. Let's see.
Forbes had things to say.
Let's see what High-Brew Coffee has for us. That's our next one here. It comes in a full 10-ounce can.
No,
Yeah, not a 7-ounce little skinny guy. This is a full-on, classic soda can shape. As you'd expect with a black coffee, it's sugar-free, dairy-free, Nitro. They say it'll change the way you think about black coffee.
It will.
I mean, it's Nitro. I don't know. That's
how did they think I think?
Yeah, I know. That's some high expectations. I don't know if they're going to live up to that one.
Excuse me, High-Brew, if you're watching. How do you think I think about black coffee?
Yeah, I don't know. Which in the can releases tiny nitrogen bubbles. Yep, I think pretty much all of them are going to.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. For a never bitter black coffee with delicious hints of creaminess and sweetness. So we'll see.
We might get what I'm looking for.
We'll see what we think about their bitter or not. But this actually only has 200 milligrams of caffeine, and that's for the 10 ounces. So technically, I think that's Actually, it's probably about the same as the other.
Yeah, Rise makes a 10 ounce, but they say they have 250 milligrams in there.
Oh, okay, so it actually might be a little bit less caffeine than the Rise.
Right.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, and other than that, I mean, as you'd expect, it's coffee and water in a can.
Yeah, exactly. There's your ingredients. I would say caffeinated too. They added that in.
Yeah, it's. Luckily, they haven't added anything. Yeah, no included additives. Yeah, so cool. Well, we'll crack into this one too.
All right.
Well, that was a good sound. That sounded better than mine.
I know. Look at that.
I feel like it actually has a little bit less of a head and foam than the other one did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still got the classic nitro tiny bubbles and everything, but I mean the other one's been sitting here a couple minutes now. We took a couple sips out of it, and it has a better head still minutes later than this one, who is freshly poured. It's already losing it.
Tastes sweeter than the other one.
Does taste a little sweeter. I think texture-wise, though, it's not as creamy.
No.
It's definitely not as creamy. It doesn't. I don't know if they have different amounts of nitrogen in them, or they do it differently. But this one definitely doesn't have what I would say is like that classic nitro coffee, like real smooth, almost velvety. This is a little bit not quite as smooth, and it's a little bit thinner. It's really it's like a thinner mouthfeel is the best way to put it.
I have to say though, between the two, I think I like the taste of this one better.
Yeah, I agree. I think the other one was just for me. I couldn't get over how dark that roast seemed to be. Which for a cold brew coffee, you expect them to be dark, but like for a nitro, the whole point of a nitro is like, oh, it's supposed to be creamier. You're supposed to get a lot of those like chocolatey notes, and that's just a little too far, like one step too far. This one's a lot closer on the roast for me, but it doesn't hit the nitro mark.
Right. Again, yeah, I think, I don't know. I as far as the widgets, I mean, this is my first real experience I can think of with a can. I've done Guinness before, and of course I've done Pepsi with the nitro, and that you definitely get the creaminess. And
this is just.
I'm just not getting it with these two. Hopefully, I mean, we'll do another nitro at some point and see. I mean, we may do the brand that shall not be, Starbucks.
Yeah. We'll have to test it and see.
We'll have to test it. If I can find a Japanese one, I would definitely like to put the two of those on the table together.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, customer reviews on this one were actually not as good.
No, that's exactly it too. So I got the reviews off of Amazon. I believe I went to the Amazon website to get theirs. Everybody likes the taste and so forth and so on. But and I like to taste, and to be completely honest, when we finish doing the video, this is probably the one I'll be drinking.
Yeah.
For the rest of the night.
Yeah.
The Rise probably not so much, but definitely that one. I definitely like the High-Brew.
This review has got me very curious because 5 out of 5. Love how convenient it is in the taste. Saves me a ton of nitro cold brew from coffee places. Just pour over ice and whipped cream swirl and go. What's the point of a whipped cream swirl on black coffee? Like what?
Well, you're pouring it over ice.
Yeah, it's already iced, so you're gonna water it down.
I hate to be picky, but when you're doing nitro cold brew,
you
don't serve it over ice.
Yeah, now it's an iced coffee.
Hash House or Go-Go. Not to mention names. But you don't do that. That's not how you're supposed to be. How you're supposed to be serving it. But yeah, I mean, to each their own. If that's how you want to drink it.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, I can't. Just let that one go.
By all means, anything with whipped cream poured over it probably is very delicious.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, so
it's cheating.
Maybe she's onto something. Maybe next time we'll pour it over ice cream and see what happens.
Affogato, way to go.
Yeah, there you go. I'm trying to talk my wife in if we have a boy that we should name him Affogato.
Affogato?
I like it. It's a good Italian name.
Yeah, good strong name.
Hey, good strong name. She's back there shaking her head.
We are terrible. So
anyways, that's what we learned today. We learned that we basically prefer the High-Brew over Rise.
Yeah.
Rise is a good taste. I like the taste. I just prefer this one over that one.
And wait, do we give ratings for
uh,
High-Brew?
no, I don't think so. I would still stay at a 4. It's,
4 on that?
Yeah.
See, I think I would give it a 3 as well.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in the lack of creaminess.
Yeah.
So the other one disappointed on taste, this one disappoints on creaminess.
Yeah.
But so they're both 3s for me.
Okay.
It's a wash.
And to give you an idea, my idea of a 4 is I'd probably go out and buy it again and drink it again. That's what my 4 means.
Yeah.
My 3 means if I had to. If it was the only thing in the store.
I'll accept it for free, but I won't pay for it.
Right. If you have it at your house,
Yeah, yeah.
and we're having a party.
I'm not going
I'll
to seek
drink
it
one.
out. Yeah,
But
that's fair.
other than that. But 2s and 1s, that's where I think
avoid.
we're just going to go now. So, yeah, that was where we came up with on this one. Remember, we are Javateer in the Beard. If you like this video, be sure to
Like, comment, subscribe.
There you go. And when you need that can of energy,
Check out our reviews for Energy in a Can.
till next time.
Oh yeah. There's a sweet little widget down the bottom.